everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello! My name is Lern the Conjurer, and I am your host of all things spooky, creepy, weird, and fun. And today, we're gonna have so much fun, because chances are you are here from our playlist for our Boo Box collaboration. And if you didn't come here from the collaboration, welcome anyway! I have joined a fantastic group of ladies, all from the DIY community, and when Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World came to me, she asked if I wanted to join her and put together this awesome Halloween collaboration. So we all got partners to send our boo boxes to, and if you don't know what a boo box is, basically the idea was we would all purchase different small crafting items, decor items, whatever fall or Halloween items we could find, and then we would send them to one another. Now, whatever items you would get in your boo box, you would have to make however many projects that you could. So I have no idea what I'm looking into. I have no idea what I'm about to open, but I'm super excited because my partner was Devin from Freckled Mom. And if you don't know Devin, you need to meet her. First of all, she's talented as all get out. She's funny as all heck. And honestly, I'm just so happy that she got me. There will be a link to our playlist down below, so I'm sure you'll find Devin's video. But be sure to check out all of these wonderful ladies and what we end up doing with our spooky boo boxes. Oh, okay, so the first thing I do is I open this box and look at this beautiful paper. And of course there's a card, so I have to open it. I love friends. It says, Lern, I'm so excited to see what you come up with after opening your boo box. Devin, aka Freckled Mom. I'm excited too, Devin! First of all, this paper is so beautiful. I have to keep it. Oh! Okay, we got a witch's cap. That's so interesting. A witch's cap with hair. Oh, because it's for a dog! Ooh. Oh, these are beautiful. These big flowers here. Okay. I never knew what this was. Decorative mesh. I'll figure out something, I'm sure. Oh, a cloche! Okay, so I've always wanted to do a project with a cloche, and this is exciting. Now I can do something. What project for Halloween isn't complete with googly eyes? Some beautiful floral that has the eyeballs in them. I see you. A little light. Oh yeah, these fun little LED operated wires. I did not know that there were spider LEDs. How cool is that? Little bats. Cute, and they're super glittery, so I'm sure I can figure out something with that. Oh, and the same kind, but in this beautiful purple. Love. Lots of spiders, Devin. More of this mesh. I gotta tell you, everybody, I have not done a project with spiders, like ever. Today's the day. All right, now that I've unboxed everything, let's get to crafting.
Woohoo, everybody! Let's get started with these Halloween DIYs, and we're getting started with DIY number 1, consisting of these beautiful flowers that Devin gave me, as well as this awesome cloche, and some of those spiders. But I really did want to use this paper that she provided in the package. I know, it's silly. I'm using paper that probably was not at all intended for this project, but I couldn't help myself. I thought it would make a really nice base for the cloche. So as you can see here, I just traced a circle and cut it right out, and now I'm just going to attach it onto the inside base of the cloche. Of course, I'm getting all my little trimmies out. My idea for this was I wanted to kind of make one of those monster flowers that are stuck inside of a vase or a cloche, a little creature thing. I don't know, I just got really inspired with this. And I could not resist using the flowers that had the eyeballs on them for obvious reasons. So I took a little bit of styrofoam that was just chilling in my trash because, you know, reduce, reuse, right? And I decided it would make a really good base to stab the flowers into, which I realized, like, I didn't really know another word to describe stabbing, but here we are, Halloween appropriate, right? I am wrapping it in the same paper, and I'm just going to nestle that little box right on top of the base that I just created, right after I make sure it's nice and wrapped. So sparkly. So I really liked the idea of purples and golds going together for Halloween. You know, I've been noticing a lot now with these Halloween decors that I guess are considered more modern and fancy. I don't really know how else to describe it, but I have been noticing a lot of people are either using pastels or they're using purples and golds a lot. So I thought, why not? Let's do this. All right, so obviously here we go. I see you. Way too many flowers to put into this tiny cloche. I got a little excited. This being my first cloche project, I definitely wasn't entirely aware of how to minimize my space, but you live and you learn. And in this case, I just decided to just go down to one flower, which turned out just fine. Much better as a result. But I did kind of want it to be bent more forward, just so I can add some more little additions. And honestly, I just couldn't help but using every single last bit of the floral stem. Because, I mean, look at those cute little twigs and spiders. What is more appropriate? All right, so listen. Be kind to me. This is my first ever cloche DIY, and obviously I am not truly understanding spacing. I'll get better, I think, as time goes on. But you know what? I really like what I managed to do, at least for the floral bit. Now I'm going to add the spiders. I am so stoked about these. These are so rad. I mean, I knew that certain places like Walmart and Dollar Tree sold little LED Halloween lights, but I certainly have never seen a spider. So in this next step, I am attaching the different parts of the LED wire with some hot glue just around the entirety of the areas. And I do need to make room for this wire now. So I take the glass of the cloche and light a little bit, kind of trying to melt the plastic. I did get it a little discolored, so I'll probably practice that for later. But I am appeased with how I managed to get everything to fit in the final result. And guys, I am so excited about how this turned out. Look at how adorable it is. I think I want this out all year, and I might just say that about all of my projects. DIY number 2, I used a cinnamon broom, an old cinnamon broom that I've been holding on to for a while, and I decided to take a whack at this crazy decorative mesh. And I know a lot of people who make wreaths use this, and I really like it. I think that this was the project that really sold me on this stuff. Now, what I decided to do first, before I went really crazy with the mesh, is I decided to naturally get my cat involved. I'm just kidding. She likes to come in. This is Raja. I'm sure those of you that have been on my channel have seen her before. She just likes to, like every other cat in a DIY video, sit there and supervise. So as you can see, I used that decorative mesh, and I covered some surface area on the broom and covered it as well with some cute little purple bows. But I do want the top to be decorated. So this is where I decided to get my sewing needle out, and I started sewing a decorative mesh bow. Now, I know everybody has a different way of making bows. I kind of winged it with this one, to be honest, but I think I did a pretty decent job. I decided to start with just one and make a secondary of this same shape. And my plan was to sew them both together and then hence attach them to the edge of the broom handle. As you can see, Raja's having a really great time helping me. Comment down below if your cats love to help you too. Okay, so that's basically the result that I ended up getting. A nice big bow, and in the center, I figured I may put a little something in there just to kind of give it some more dimension. But before I can do that, I want to attach the bow. I basically decided to use hot glue for this entire project, or rather every project. Not gonna lie, kind of burned my fingers a little bit, but I'm a glutton for punishment. So there I go. I selected the one purple rose in the stem that Devin had sent me that didn't have an eyeball in it, just because It just seemed to match so well, and I used some of those little spooky twigs to make it nice and pretty. All right, here comes the glitter bats. Everybody loves a glitter bat. Unless you're Melissa from Melissa Makes a DIY, which I found out, unfortunately, she apparently doesn't like glitter. And spoiler alert, I definitely sent her stuff that had glitter on it. Oops. So I added a few more decorative features, and I really like how this broom is coming about. Between the bats and the beads and the roses, I decided to use the black glitter bat and just clip it at the very bottom. I thought, I wanted to cover it in a few more bats, but I think 2 was fine. All right, we're taking the dog hat, everybody. Here she comes. So this dog hat, I removed the green hair. As much as I wanted to keep it, I just felt like it probably wasn't going to work with my design. So instead, I just decided to use the hat, cut off the hair, and attach one more little black bat. And look at how cute it came out. Oh, I'm so excited about it. I love the bow, and I love the hat detail at the very top. This actually, when I was making it, I was thinking about my mom. So I decided that I think I'm going to end up giving it to her as a Halloween present. I think she'll like it. DIY number 3, which is my last project, includes these awesome big spiders. And y'all, I'm doing it. I'm making a wreath. My very first one. Please be gentle. All right, so I bought this ribbon from Dollar Tree last year. Listen, y'all, when we were all in lockdown, I was going crazy with Halloween stuff because I just thought, you know what? If I'm going to be stuck in my house, I'm going to keep buying Halloween Dollar Tree. So I ended up buying a lot of these spools of ribbon, and I have no regrets at all. The ribbon from Dollar Tree really is worth it. I know you don't get a lot on a spool, but it definitely is enough. All right, so here's where this black decorative mesh comes in. And I'm doing it. I'm gathering it. I'm doing it like we see in the Pinterest things. I really kind of winged it with this. I just thought, you know what? This might look good. And if it doesn't look good, I'm still gonna show it off in my house anyway. When I was a little girl, I went to magnet schools, which basically magnet schools, for anyone who knows or doesn't know, they're a fancy word of saying that it's a specialty elective school. And these magnet schools that I went to were performing arts magnet schools. And I went to my first art class. I remember it must have been in like first grade, and I messed up on my picture. And my art teacher, when I asked for a new piece of paper, told me there's no such thing as mistakes in art. And I'd like to think that there's no such thing as mistakes in DIYs. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm doing a lot of different wrapping here. I just wrapped some black glitter ribbon, and now I attached those LED lights, which I am so sad they apparently do not work. Spoiler alert. But this is where I start attaching that black decorative mesh all around, and now the florals come in. So I'm not too sad about the lights not working because honestly, the orange I think really brings it out. I do like the little mesh detail, and look at how adorable the flowers are, and that big flower is gorgeous. I decided to use that light in the middle because do I have a treat for you? I decided to take that light, stick it in the middle of the wreath, and I'm using the googly eyes and covering them all up. Can you guess what I'm doing? And I'm attaching a spider. So I thought like the googly eyes could be little spider babies. And I attached that light using white yarn. So naturally, I needed to make some yarn web detail. Y'all, I am so amazed with what I was able to do with all the little floral pieces, with all the little small details. Devin did an amazing job with my box. I cannot believe that my very first wreath is a Halloween wreath, and it is really just so, to quote Devin, sweet. These are all my projects together, and I am so happy with how they turned out, and I hope that you like them too. So tell me if you like them and what your favorite project was. Feel free to comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And if you liked my video and you want some more spooky fun content, please consider subscribing and joining the Conjuring Circle. And before I leave you, remember the rules of conjuring. Never play alone, never play in a graveyard, and always say goodbye. Goodbye, Ghosties and Ghoulies.